to work, right? I didn't think or believe that I would be able to, lock down a contract on the first run without going into something. And here's where I'm at, Tony, right? I have a really, really deep empathy for other people. And so the thought of me doing everything it takes to try to land a deal and it not going through was so painful that I would rather be willing to learn from someone else and know that they can handle it, and me just learn the sales until I knew that whole process where then I could do it myself. So that plays a big role in the sales part too, because I think of it as like you're an advisor, right? You're trying to really find out what the best solution for them is, instead of just trying to push for the sale. But sometimes I'll just blurt out, hey, listen, you're at this point, you need this. I think it's going to be best for you just to work with a real estate agent. You know what I mean? Like, I know the value I can provide. I know where you're at. I know you're not in any hurry to sell. I know that you want to get the highest price you possibly can. And so I'll tell them that too. I don't know if that's a, bad practice or not, but I sure as hell know if they know someone else that is in a bind and they heard that from me and they know who I am, they've got my contact information, then they'll probably send over that potential seller to me. And so I've had a few referrals like that just from over the phone. These guys never, heard me. So that's one thing that's starting to slowly build up, because I have landed a few deals and I've got a few more deals in the pipeline. I just didn't know how that whole thing looked. So, I just, I've got that personality where I want results and I want it now. And so for me, I like to do a lot of things at once. And I know that that's a strength, but it's also really a big weakness. And if I can just keep one track mind, and that, like, you get all this information, right? You feel like you're going through the roof, and then now you're having to internalize it, become like unconsciously competent at it. Then it feels like your learning curve is going down because there's less and less information, but you're getting into the mastery stages when you're doing that. And so I'm always looking for new content. I'm always looking for an edge. And confidence is one thing that, I do have like affirmations in the morning and stuff like that, but it's not specifically tied into the wholesaling, which, that gives me a really good idea. I can definitely tie that, just think about, I am the best solution for my sellers. Do some affirmations, meditate on it. And because I tell you what too, Tony, the best feeling I've had in a long time was, being able to close for the homes that we've already closed on. And,
so how do you feel when you close those homes?
Man, and maybe I felt better about helping them out than me receiving a commission from it, because from those two people.
Have you read my book yet?
Yeah. Yep. That you're helping people.
Like helping people. It's always about helping people. So the reality is that I know that the solution I offer is the best to help you in this current situation that you're in. And it's not all monetary, because somebody could potentially offer you more money. So this can't just be money based.
Right.
Because somebody could potentially do that and not even be able to fulfill the contract. I see it happen every day. The reality that what you get with me is the fact that I'm not only going to fulfill the contract, I'm going to do it with speed, and I'm going to make sure we get rid of this pain that you're going through.
Right.
That's the reality, because the reality is that anybody else could potentially leave you at a risk of being able to lose everything that you worked hard for. Or you got to continue to deal with the pain until you figure out that I was the best solution from the outset. I believe that shit though. Like as you get to the point where you really have confidence in your closing, every time you close, you should be congratulating and pushing yourself like to replicate that over and over again. Remember what you did well. Remember what you struggled on. Like it's constant every single day working on yourself. I always tell people, think of a boxer. When you see a boxer coming through the ranks, they call him a champion from the first time he gets in the ring. The very first fight, before he's ever won a fight, matter of fact, even before he gets to his first fight, while he's in the gym, they're calling him champ. They're branding him. Champion, champion, champ. You got a champ, 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 champ. And that's what you got to do, because I think you, like, word track wise, like, whether you use my word track or John's word track or whoever's, you're confident enough and knowledgeable enough to be able to hold a conversation. Like the conversation, like in itself, like at this point, you've learned enough to be able to handle a conversation, but you don't quite understand yet and feel like you're the best solution to your potential seller.
Yep.
So at this point, you got to start having confidence that you are the best solution, and then at the end of it, because you are the best solution, you'll get an assignment fee for being the best solution.
Right.
So it works both ways, and you got to be okay with making money. If you're not
Right.
making money, then you're gonna always be in the back of your head thinking like, man, I can't feel good about it because the fact that I'm making money is taken away from the good that I feel like I'm doing.
Right. Right.
That,
Yep.
that
That's right.
I have many friends that I had to, like, one of my best buddies in the car industry, I had to teach him how to hold gross because every deal if he knew it was $3,000 in gross in a deal, he's gonna take the price down every freaking time. Just because his conscience was like, dude, I can't make $3,000 on him. I said, shit, slide him over to my office. I'll do it. It's just sometimes you got to literally start programming yourself to like, hey, look, it's okay for me to make money because guess what? If you don't make money, you're going to be broke and unemployed.
Yep.
You have bills and responsibilities that your mom, your father, your family,
Yep.
your future kids, everything, they depend on you to be able to bring home income. So you got to be okay with bringing home income.
Right.
And you work in a profession that you can bring in a lot of income if you have confidence that you're helping other people.
Right.
So word
What?
tracks and stuff like that, I can give you that all day. I think the biggest thing I can give you from what I've heard already is the confidence that you are the best solution. And you need to practice that and tell yourself that on a daily basis. Before calls, you need to be practicing before you even pick up the telephone. Telling yourself that, hey, look, this person right here stands no chance of telling me no because they can't convince me I'm not the best answer for them. Period. Like, dude, I got so much confidence when I pick up the telephone because I know I'm the best. If I walked in the room with John Martinez, Grant Cardone, and whoever else, Zig Ziglar, I'm the best motherfucker in the room. And it's my job to make sure you understand I believe I'm the best one in the room. Period.
What are so you know you don't find a lot of people with that 100% conviction, and you say letting yourself, like, telling yourself, I'm the champion, I'm the best solution. I mean, what does your morning routine look like? What is your, because I mean, were you just born with this amount of conviction, or I feel like you probably had some confidence, but at this point you've
As I prep myself every single day, I put in countless hours. There's days where I might not sleep because I'm preparing to be the best. My work ethic, I outwork everybody in this industry. I do Instagram lives every single day for at least an hour. I'm convicted with that fact that I'm going to help other people change their lives. Period. Like it's in my soul, it's in my core because it's what I want to do. I want to be great at it. I want to be remembered. I'm not doing this as a job to make six figures. I'm doing this to change lives and to be a millionaire, a potential
right,
millionaire. Like, my mindset is to be the biggest, the baddest, and the greatest. And everything that I do is reflective of that. Like, it's non-negotiable for me. I am the best, and I'm putting in the work to make sure of that. You're putting in the work, brother. Like, I've heard John's script, so I know it by heart. You're putting in the work. Now it's the consistency. Like, hey, look, I played in the NFL. So one of the things about the NFL is the preparation that goes behind it. I prepare so nobody can outwork me. Nobody's going to outwork me. So I know once my preparation is where it needs to be, there's no way that your mental makeup is going to be stronger than mine because I'm already knowing that I out-prepared you. Think about this for a second here, brother. The seller is only going to sell maybe one or two properties in their entire life. On the phone every single day, you're talking to multiple, maybe hundreds of sellers every single day. Your practice and your perfection is going to be way beyond what they are. And you
right,
gotta know that you're an expert in this field and they are not. So what you are, your most important thing is to be able to guide them down the line as a professional. Do you think that you will walk on a football field and tell me how to tackle somebody? Or would you
no,
tell you how to tackle? You would let me teach you, right?
right,
You would let me take you down the path. So one of the things I tell you is to take control of the conversation by letting people know some expectations. Hey, listen, I take this very seriously. So while we're on this call, and I appreciate you giving me some opportunity to speak with you, I want to just give you some expectations of things that that we'll do during this call. And some of these things are going to be where we have to get a little bit more direct, and I'll have to say some things that might be a little uncomfortable because I want to make sure I offer you your best solution. that fair? Okay, perfect. Like I'm taking control of the call from the outset. Like the minute that they say they have
Right. Okay.
one of the things, like once I do my initial meet and greet and everything, I'm taking control of the call. Once I know that now we got time to have this conversation. I want to give you everything that you possibly need. So we might have to get a little direct, and I because this is a big decision, not just for you but for me, because I'm going to buy a 150 or 200,000, $300,000 house. So we need to be clear with each other. We need to have an open line of communication. I set some framework for it. You know, I've been doing this.
Yeah, that's a really powerful stage.
That's a very, very, very powerful. I'm positioning myself because here's what I like. Most people, I tell them to set the appointment to be able to position yourself, right? So because you can't do that because you're doing it from the telephone, now you have to position yourself over the phone. My phone script,
Yep.
is set to set an appointment. I'm not qualified. I don't believe in qualifying people at all. If you have an interest in selling your property, I want to come see it. If your process was to just to be a traditional wholesaler, I don't check for equity. I don't check for anything. I check for interest. You got a property for sale, I'm gonna come see it. Now, if your process is that is through the telephone, let me grab some water real quick.
Okay, no worries.
So if your process is that you go through the telephone, the same positioning that I'm trying to get when I'm at the appointment, I now have to gain over the telephone. So it's critical to be able to position yourself by giving them information and setting an expectation. The same way you set expectations when you get inside the property. If you're negotiating over the phone, you have to set those expectations to be transparent to be able to get the best solution. Like, period. If you can't do that, then the person's going to run you all over the call. They're going to tell you what they are and are not going to do.
Right.
They're like, sir, listen, I appreciate you giving me this time. I want to make sure that we set some expectations for how this call is going to go. We're going to need some transparency. We're going to need to be very clear because this is a big decision, not just for you, but for me as well. And I want to make sure that we can give you the best possible solution for what you got going on. Like, I'm a bad motherfucker.
Man.
I tell you that John
Yeah.
and all those guys are good, but I'm different. Like, I'm different because I understand, like, people are, like, we got to understand that people are human and, like, they're trained to tell you no and bullshit you. Like, I don't really know John's background.
Yep.
But I started off in the car industry. And literally everybody that walks on the lot told me the same thing. I'm just looking.
Yep.
Everybody, you know. So and 90% of those people, well, I ain't gonna say 90, I'm not that good, but probably over 75% of those people that were just looking ended up making a purchasing decision at some point, whether it was that day or later down the line.
Okay. And so that's a good point, right? Because I get the same stuff. How would you, like, what would you do right after that, right? Hey, I'm not interested. Sorry. You still there with me? Okay. This damn cat, dude. It ain't even my cat. I'm at my home office. All right. So you go up, you introduce yourself. Hey, this is Tony, or this is Tony. I'm acting like I'm on the phone. Hey, you got any?
Man, it's the closer.
Hey, it's the closer. And then I'm looking at a car. I'm looking at those Buicks, right? And I don't want to, it's hard to sell those Buicks. So, I'm just looking. I'm not interested now. What do you do after that, right? You've got that mentality.
We'll start off just looking. By the way, looking for a car, truck, or an SUV. Like,
Gotcha.
What you looking for? We just gonna open up.
Well, Gotcha. Okay. And just dial into it until you have an exact outlook.
Car color, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. Like, I just start asking either or question. I'm gonna get the answers I want.
Either or question. So you don't really questions. You don't even give them there's no out there. It's like it's
like, okay, you're looking perfect, great. Most of my best customers start off just looking at first.
Yeah.
A car, truck, or an SUV. Like, I like that. Like, you just but I knew that it was coming. Like I started hearing everybody tell me the same
Right.
thing. So I was like, dude, now I got to prepare for the just looking customer.
You're right.
If you know that customer is going to come, like if you know that your price isn't high enough, I got to talk to the spouse, or I got to, I got a cousin or a sister that, whatever. Like if you know this shit is coming, why are you not preparing for that? So just in case it's ready, you memorize John Martinez's script, but you're not memorizing what people are actually saying to you, because the script only gives you a groundwork for if it stays perfect.
Hmm. Hmm.
When that shit go all over the place, where are you at now?
Yep.
Stuck. So you need to start making mental notes or writing it down when people say things that throw you off on a call. But I do have a cold calling mastery course that will be out very soon. I think for what you've done so far, you might want to take a look at it, because it'll be a little bit different
Yeah.
right now. Because John is giving you guys the cookie cutter. Hey, look, if it goes perfect, I just want to pull out the deal killers. I want to kind of like, but nah, that shit don't go perfect all the time. You've already experienced that. That's why you're on the phone with me. Like, it's you got to be able to got to be able to be creative on the fly, but you got to know what's coming, right? You know what's coming in these calls because the structure. You're trying to filter it already, but you got to remember what they're saying that brings you off script. How do you get back on script?
Right.
When I'm walking up and I'm doing my meet and greet, and somebody tells me they're just looking, I already know what how to get them back on script.
Right.
What you looking for, man? Most of my best customers thought I was just looking.
Yeah.
Like, how do you bring people back on script?
That's exactly, yeah, that and having the confidence to show that and get them back onto the script and to the process is probably what um I think is probably my number one weakness, because there have been people that, like I get off the call and I was like, man, I was weak there. Like I just took what they said for face value and then I just let it go, and I shouldn't have. And like I've
You
kind of felt bad about it, but then
can
I didn't really.
call though. Like I know a lot of people, like when a person says like, no, I'm not interested, like that's the end of the call. Like it's your responsibility, like to dig deeper. Like,
Yeah.
hey, look, I know you might not be interested, but let me just ask you a question. If a situation presented itself that made maybe a little bit sense, maybe a whole lot of sense, is that something you want to know about, or should I rule it out? I'm a bad boy. I did this shit. I was ready for every situation. Like you got to be ready for that, because you've heard it before. If you don't, if you just literally hear shit and
Yep.
do anything to be able to handle that better the next time, and then you're sitting there like it's like you get off the phone like, dang man, maybe I should have said something then. Like that.
Yep.
Like most people say that like after the call, like, dang, I should have said that. I can't believe. But if you're a professional, like I keep going back to my sport, right? I play football. I didn't take it part time. I didn't go home and kick it with my buddies and drink beer and shit like that, man. I went back and started studying film. Everybody was out going to
Yep.
club and shit. I was studying film. I'm studying the best people. I'm watching Ray Lewis and all those guys, LeVar Arrington. I'm trying to figure out how they read their keys and what steps they're taking.
I love it. No, I think, yeah, because I am prone to action and I love taking action, but then a part of me wants to move so fast that the reflection part is something that I need to be better at internalizing and also come to love, because that's just as important as taking the action. Yeah, so I think everything you said was on point. I think I need to really simplify that that the issue points, just make a simple document, log everything that tripped me up, make a note on how I can do that better, and then start becoming more conscious of that. And so then the next time it comes around, it's just another one of those. And I've already got the confidence there that, I can just push forward and keep it on the process. And if it is going to be fit, then it's going to be a fit with me. And if not, then I'm going to follow up with them until I do get the deal closed, type deal. And yeah, man, I think that's good. The only, and also the extremely powerful stage set. I love that too, man, because you're just you're putting their ass in their seat right off the bat. You know what I mean? Because they're just like, who's it?
Absolutely. And that's what I was going out. You literally took the words out of my mouth. Like, take control because you are the professional. This is your job. You do it on a daily basis. I just left the barbershop. I can't go pick up that man clippers and start cutting my own damn hair.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like I tell people every day, be the professional.
Man, that's one thing that
I think that
I think that's going to be key, man, because everything else I was doing pretty good at, and I've got a decent understanding of the scripts, but that pre-frame of that stage, that really powerful stage set, you're cool, calm, collected, you're respectful, but you're letting them know I'm not going to take any bullshit. I'm the real deal, and don't fuck this up, because I've got 10 other sellers I'm looking at, and I can make it work for you or not.
attitude. That's my attitude. I'm literally going to do a YouTube video with one of my old sales guys that watched me. He could not believe when he first started watching. He's like, bro, I can't believe you said that to those people, and they bought it. I said, you know why? Because people respect you when you position yourself as an authority. Like, hey, listen, man, if you don't want to do it, I respect you. You can go somewhere else and buy it. It's okay. You'll be back though. I know you'll be back because they're gonna give you a terrible experience, and they're not gonna be as good as me. I promise you. We can save each other a lot of time right now by finishing the deal right here. I need your signature here. I need your initials here. I get the car. I get the paperwork taken to finance for you. And I go right back to asking for their business. And everybody in the sales room was like, dude, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I'm taking control of this deal.
Wow. No, I love it. I love it. When are you gonna drop that YouTube video? I gotta watch it.
We just talked about it a couple of days ago, so I'm gonna try to get that done in the next. I got a lot of stuff I'm dropping, man. I got so much content that will be like, literally like bang, bang, bang.
Dude, that's exciting, man. Max is putting out some stuff. I've been watching him for a little bit these last few days, and just realizing like I need to keep my ear to a lot of the other guys a lot better than what I am doing so far. Tony, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we only had 20 minutes allocated, but what I will do is I'll connect with you on like social media or something, and I'll keep a lookout for your YouTube videos as well. And at that point, when I get some deals closed, I'll let you know, and keep me updated when that course drops. I'll take a look at it for sure.
Follow up with me. I actually put together a 100K club. It's in my Instagram bio. You should check it out.
All right, I'll do it, man. Well, Tony, pleasure, brother. I really appreciate some of those insights, man. I think that powerful stage set, the just the confidence overall, and let me see, really just being able to handle all the outset and just have the balls to, even right there at the end, if it sounds like it's not a deal, just literally go back and just do it because of the natural confidence that you can make the deal happen. And so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be kind of incorporating some of those affirmations, and
make sure you implement. Make sure you implement. As you do it, because at first it might seem a little uncomfortable, but then as you implement and you do it,
right,
you see that it actually works, because you're gonna be like, damn, deals that you didn't get before, you're gonna be like, man, I'm getting that deal now.
Yep.
So implementation is the key. Like, I can tell you all this stuff. I can take you to the water, but I can't make you drink, right? I gave you all the stuff now.
Right.
Go take it and take action today.
Yep. I love it. No, I've got some calls to make after this. Tony, another good YouTube idea, man. If you could do like a hot seat where you do like a live call, like I've got some calls recorded where I know I fucked up. So like not me or just anyone, right? You go in, you have that call recorded, and then you break that whole thing down, right? Boom, 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 deliver massive value, and then be like, man, you could have got that close. I think people would eat that up. So Tony,
I kind of do
much
that.
Love, brother. I appreciate.
That is a great idea for YouTube. Send me a video. Or a call. I love to break it down, man.
All right, I'll do it, man. I'll send you over one on email. I record all my calls, so you may be getting a little more than you wanted to, but I'll take you up on it.
Yeah, I love to do it, man, because any ideas like that for YouTube, man, I'm not a YouTube guy. Like, it's taking me forever to get this content together, because I'm not that's not just what, Max is better at that shit there. Like, for me, like, I can get in front of you and I can tell you the things that'll help you be successful. But when it comes to recording myself and all that, like, even standing in front of this camera, I feel a little awkward, but it's all good.
Yeah. I love it. Awesome, Tony. Hey, I appreciate all the value you dropped. I'm looking forward to seeing you continuously succeed. And I'll shoot you over a recording or two if you've got time to break that down. That would be awesome, and hopefully turn that into a YouTube video and get some.
Hey, listen, I really appreciate you, man. Make sure you take action today and get in that 100K club, man. I need you in the 100K club. I want as many people possible. The link's in my bio and it's free. I just want to be able to document success of people who
Okay.
I've been able to get in contact with throughout their journey. So,
Perfect. All right, man. I'll do that right after the call.
all right, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate
Thanks, Tony. Hey, you guys send me this recording?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right, bet.
Or we can put it on YouTube. Either way.
Hey, do that, man. I don't care.
Yeah,
That'll be good.
All right, cool. See
All
you.
right. See you, Tony. Bye.